What's going on, everybody? Matt Wacek here to drop some more knowledge. Now, today I want to share with you my client acquisition funnel that I have been using to get digital marketing clients or clients from a digital marketing agency. So if you're someone who's out there trying to get digital marketing clients, whether you're trying to sell web design services, or pay-per-click ads, or SEO, or social media marketing, or whatever it is that you do, where you're selling a service that's higher ticket to a business, it's going to be in your best interest to pay attention. Because when we hop into my computer here, you're going to see some of the pitfalls that I run into and some of the mistakes that I made that basically just drove up the cost of CPLs, the cost per lead, through the roof. And these things were avoidable had I really just thought these things through. But I went out of town for several days and I wanted to just have something up and running to get some data onto my Pixel and just see how things would work in regards to what type of opt-ins I can get for the pricing and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to hop into my computer and break all this down. All right, welcome into my computer. So first things first, we got to cover what the goal is with this funnel, which obviously for most of you watching, you understand what this means when it comes to building a digital marketing agency or SMMA, is that getting a business to pay you $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, whatever per month for some services that you provide to them, which bring them an ROI in the form of additional leads that they convert into sales. But the goal with this funnel is to just get someone to come in that's out there on the internet to book a call with you, with a basically being a strategy call, which would be a video call like on Zoom, GoToMeeting, whatever, where you ideally have a solid script that you're not reading word for word, but you have an agenda or a plan for the call, that you get a picture of where their business is currently at, and you basically assess what they're currently doing for marketing, and then you present a solution to what you have to offer. And then from there, you send them the proposal, and they ideally will sign on board and make their first subscription payment. So that is what the entire goal is with this whole system, is to get someone that's out there on the internet, because the offline methods, network meetings, all that sort of stuff, especially now with whatever is going on, all that, network meetings or networking meetings, those are not really occurring. And digital is the only way to go. Cold calling, cold emailing, don't waste your time. I'm just going to say that right now. It didn't work for me, and that's not to say it didn't work, but this method here there's way less resistance when you're doing this. So the first step of this funnel is going to be an ad. Now, I'm sure there might be some people that are watching that are wondering, why don't you use SEO to get SEO clients? Why don't you do that for your own website? Which I technically do. I don't really do a whole lot of link building, but I don't have 6 months to wait for a ranking to come in for a ridiculously competitive keyword like landscaping SEO, for example, or something of the like, or web design for landscaping. I don't have 6 months to wait when I can just go right over to an ad platform like Facebook or Google and turn on some ads, and within a day or two, they're up and running, and you can be getting leads within 24 hours. It makes no sense to even spend time working on your SEO. Obviously, yeah, you could do that on the back end over the long haul if you want to, but to get the first initial clients coming in, ads are going to be the way to go. So then what's going to happen is when someone clicks on that ad, and I'll get into some of the examples here, and I'll probably do a video in the future on what I do in terms of my ads. If you want me to do that, leave a comment below. Let me know you want to see what the ad structure, when the copywriting and that sort of stuff would be. But that's going to lead to an opt-in when someone clicks on that ad. So you want the page, because what you're going to be doing is giving away something of value for free in exchange for their email address. So someone clicks on an ad, and this is one that I've been using, and this just bombed. This was terrible. And part of the reason why this was so bad was not only my ads were not ideal, the offer was not very clear. And this offer right here was what I was using, and I need to change this. I actually turned off the cold traffic ads because this just did not work that well. And how that came about was because I funnel hacked someone who was doing really well in a specific niche, but I later learned after the fact of doing all this that he wasn't actually selling services, he was selling an info product. And the way that you kind of approach that's a little bit different. So what I did just bombed, and that's just what it is. And because the offer was not clear, what you want to be doing on these landing pages right here, this is with ClickFunnels, is something clear, cut, and straight to the point. That's it. Don't have all kinds of crazy design. And this is something I learned from Alex Becker, and he still does this to this day, of just ridiculously clean, minimalistic, if you will, type of landing pages where it's just what it is, enter in your info, get access, and then there you go. So then when someone opts in, what they're going to do is they're going to get redirected over to this page, and of course their email gets landed into my autoresponder, and I'll show you that here in just a little bit. But they're going to watch this case study video right here. So this case study video, the way that I did this was not ideal. it didn't really convert like I thought it would. But so this one right here would just be a video, or if you're someone who just wants to do a PDF download, I think video is going to be the way to go for the future because it's just so much more interactive and you can really introduce yourself and your company and really emphasize why you're better as a digital marketing company than a PDF can do, because I've done PDFs in the past and nobody reads them because I can track the clicks by using Pretty Link and nobody even opens it up ever. So it's not even beneficial. So when you have this video right here and they can click and watch the video and learn a whole bunch of things that are going to be beneficial to their business, especially when you have the offer done right, this can work out great because then the next step, and some people do this on separate pages, I did this on the same page, was you have an offer to book a call. So it's just the call to action. And some people will do this on a separate page like I mentioned, but I just did it right here because I figured, hey, let's just skip a step. So this right here is Calendly, where this is embed onto the page. Pretty simple to do if you do anything with WordPress. And if you're going to be selling website design services, I'd hope you understand how this works. But come through here, someone can book a call if they want, and then I get the notification and there's all this stuff set up on the back end where it's all integrated within Zoom as well. So that way it sets up a meeting and all that sort of stuff. I don't have to do anything in terms of manually setting up a meeting or anything like that. This is all integrated, which is awesome. And then from there, if they book a call, they land on just a quick thank you page that says, hey, thanks for booking, and we'll see you at the call. And I will eventually do a video in this. I will eventually add a video to this page. I just didn't get time to do it. I just, again, wanted to test to see if this would even work, because that's kind of the way you want to go about this. You want to do minimum viable product just to see what the hell is going to work. There's no sense in making sure this is all perfect through the whole thing if this ad right here that you're doing and the opt-in bait that you're giving away, if it sucks and it's not a good offer, then everything else back here does not matter. So that's the funnel in a nutshell. And this is just a super basic version. There are a lot of things that you can do beyond this, such as retargeting, which I have for people that did not opt in. So I have a retargeting ad that follows them around. And then if they got to the video, they became a lead, they opted in, there's also going to be retargeting that's going to follow them around to get them to come back and book a call, because again, that's the goal. And so far, here's some of the results for the ads that I had run. I spent about 115 or 113 bucks, so nothing crazy. I just, again, wanted to just get something up and running because I knew I was heading out of town to go play golf and watch a couple baseball games, and I wanted to just take some time off and have fun and then not have to worry about this and just let it work in the background. So this first one right here absolutely bombed and only generated one lead for 47 bucks. That's ridiculous for leads, because when you come over here, I mean, this is WordStream and this is just a very super basic one, but average business-to-business lead for agencies in 2017 for all channels is 172.72. Now, that does not account whether or not that's going to be a call booked or if that's just someone opting in. I'm going to assume this is for a call booked, because that sounds a lot more realistic to have it be that much for a call that's actually booked, which I have no problem paying that much because I can convert about 1 out of every 5 calls into a paid client at about $1,500 or more per month. So I was not happy with this ad, so I actually turned it off. So then I had another ad that was running, and this one generated 3 leads at about 15 bucks per lead. However, the word in the copy of it was more of like a retargeting ad rather than a cold outreach. So I just turned it off because I figured I needed to re-strategize how this was all working. So the next one here was basically if I had someone that had interacted anywhere with my Instagram for the business and they did not opt in. So that just has that as well. And also for people that viewed this landing page right here to opt in, this would also follow them around, and it had 1 lead opt in for 22 bucks. And then the next one here was if they opted in, but they did not book a call. So this was coming right here. They got to this stuff right here, but they did not book a call. And so I set up an ad to follow them around. So that is this funnel here in a nutshell. One other thing I want to mention here is that when someone opts in, what you want to be doing is creating an email sequence. And so again, the goal with the email sequence is to get somebody to come back and book a call. So what I have right here, this is in Hyros, which used to be Market Hero, and I don't know if you can even access Market Hero or if you can even purchase it anymore. I got in October 2018 or almost a couple of years ago at this point. So I was kind of grandfathered in as Alex Becker transformed it into Hyros, which is more about ad tracking more so than email marketing. But this is what I have set up right now. So basically someone comes in and they opt in right here. So they get tagged with just a tag on their email inside the system that states that, okay, they opted in for the case study, for example. And so they get an email sent to them, and it's instant basically when it's sent to them. It says, hey, come check out the case study. Then the next thing, and this is what most email autoresponders offer now at this point, is basically a pixel that's going to be on the lead if they reach this page. And you just add this little piece of code, just like the Facebook conversion pixel, onto the thank you page. And this is what I have. So if a person books a call when they land from the redirect page, which is the third page of this funnel, it's just a basic thank you page that says, hey, thanks for booking. I will eventually add a video to it, but I want to just get this up and running so it could be tested. But if they do not hit that pixel within the certain amount of time, like with this one here, the second email sent in 2 hours, then the next one's a day after, and then a day after, and day after. If they do not hit that pixel, these emails keep getting sent to them to again and further entice them to come back and book a call, because that is the goal. Get them on the phone so we can discuss, so we can have our conversation and pitch our services to them. So basically these emails right here, some of them are just a little bit of value. And what I'm going to be doing is including a lot more case studies with basically a link to a case study on my agency site like I have right here. I'll get into this in just a second. And ideally, you want to just get them to come into the email and then get them to click out of the email to go and watch, so that way they're on your site versus just writing out a 600-word email. You don't want that at all. Just get the click and get them to come to your site. So that's what I've been doing with this. I need to redo this because it didn't perform very well. And obviously the sample size is ridiculously small. Only 10 leads have come through, so nothing crazy. But the plan moving forward with basically what I'm going to be doing today after this video here is uploaded onto YouTube is I have a few more case studies to write out. So basically what these case studies are is client success stories. At least this is how I like to frame them. And so for this example, you could do this in a video, or I like a text. And there was a lot of work that went into this because what I'm doing here is kind of telling a story. I'm not just laying out some bullet points with, yeah, we did this and we did this and we got this result, we got this result, we got that result. And I like telling a little bit of a story because it adds a little bit of personability to it. If you want me to explain how I do these case studies, how I put them together, leave a comment below, let me know. But with this, what I wanted to do is basically tell a story of how this came about, with how we initially just did a 3-page website for these guys. Then they saw the results. They were crazy. They were so pumped with how quickly the results came because they had a GMB listing and just working in conjunction with their newly built website. They had some great results and they're like, okay, let's do this. Let's get into this. Let's do full on website build and SEO. And then I kind of tell the story and then get into some future pacing a little bit here where I stayed, let that sink in, 120 grand from website submissions alone, et cetera, et cetera. And then basically justifying it with some numbers like 6x ROI directly off just contact from submissions, not even including phone calls. So again, this is huge for a business owner that wants to grow, for a landscaping company that wants to grow their business. And then I continue on with just our conversation right here that we had, because not only did they increase their revenue, but they were able to slash a bunch of labor hours each week and saving tens of thousands of dollars a year. And then some of the excerpts of our conversation. So a lot of time was put into this. I don't remember, probably 6 or 8 hours I spent to just plan and write this all out to have it be like this. But this is something that's going, once it's up here, it's going to work for weeks and months and probably even years to come, because not only am I going to use this in the email sequence where I'll just have a link to this page, but I can also dispatch a retargeting ad to people that come and view my agency site, or if they viewed my case study, they didn't opt in, or they opted into the case study, they didn't book a call. You can set up all this stuff in Facebook as well as YouTube for the ads to dispatch these ads in front of these people that say, hey, check out how this company got these results, and this is what we did, and come book a call. And you have a link right there to the Calendly calendar. They can book a call right there. And that's just one of the best ways to do it, because this is like social proof. This is like someone saying, yeah, this is a great protein powder in an Amazon review, and someone decides to buy because of that. Same thing right here. So what I'm going to be doing is writing a few more case studies for some clients I've gotten some great results for, and then putting those ads to play right here. And then also redoing the case study video that I've had here, which I need to just edit a few things and change it up, and also change up the offer, and then new cold traffic ads. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So if you want to stay up to date on my journey and everything else that I share here on my channel, be sure to go down below, smash that like button, also then subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, so that way you can communicate directly to YouTube that, hey, this guy's content's awesome, I want to see more of it. And that way you're never going to miss a single video that I upload, because I'm sharing things like this that help me grow my business, and then also some of the fruits of my labor within my business as I am going to be continuing to grow my company and doing fun stuff like that. So with that said, I'm going to get to work with all these case studies. Be sure to go down below, comment below what you think of this type of funnel right here. And if you want to see some of the things I mentioned regarding the ads and the emails and case study templates, be sure to leave a comment below. And I'll see you in the next video.